homophobic pastor shamed my husband and I during our wedding. My mother approves of his actions. My fiancé and I have been together for a total of 5 years, and when he proposed to me I was so happy I cried in his arms for what felt like hours. I was extremely laid back during the whole wedding and only had a couple things I really wanted at my wedding, and I didn't get a single one of those things. To start, I'm an eclectic pagan and my husband is a practicing Hindu. We wanted a hand-fasting ceremony and had a pagan priest officiating us until last minute. He had a horrible medical emergency, so I had to improvise. My mother offered her pastor, who she said wanted to do it from the beginning, and was upset I didn't ask him first. I said I didn't want to ask him because obviously a highly religious Christian pastor isn't going to be okay doing what we want, and just out of respect for him I didn't ask because I'm not going to do that to someone. My mom texted him before I got to talk to my now husband about it, and I felt trapped into having to use him. We had a meeting and talked through what we were and weren't okay with, and noticed the day of the dress rehearsal he was skipping over his vows and basically not allowing us to see what he was going to be saying at our wedding. My husband asked him for the script so he could read the vows they were going to be having us say, and the pastor basically refused to show him, saying he didn't need to see them because all he has to do is repeat them. He eventually showed him, but was very reluctant to do so. Obviously, because of our beliefs, we want to see what we will need to be repeating. Sensing that he was about to pull something neither of us would have liked, my husband texted the pastor to let him know we would be doing our own vows and no longer want or need his traditional ones. The pastor confirmed that he would respect that. The day and moment of the ceremony arrives, and when we get to the altar that man starts going into how his God intended man and woman and really started emphasizing how straight is great, and my blood began boiling because he knew no one in this wedding party was okay with that. He made my wedding about his God. He mentioned many times how what is happening here is not what God wants, how we are committing a sin, but if we keep respecting the one true God, my husband and I may still have a chance for eternal salvation. My husband and I cried at the altar for the wrong reasons yesterday. We were disrespected in front of our friends and family. I'm disgusted that he felt it was okay to sabotage my wedding so he could ensure he could speak about his God or make sure we were married in the eyes of his God, when he knew how the bride and groom felt. I have never forced my beliefs on others, and especially not on the most important day of two people's lives. I talked to my mother about it and she told me she saw nothing wrong with the pastor's actions.